Way back in the day, your Uncle Tony and I used to sit around and talk about all the extreme and intricate ways we would take weight out of our cars. We never really got that crazy with it, but our man Mitch, Agent AOD, he's actually doing it. And he's starting to get down to the nitty-gritty. Check this out.
For this project, we are going to focus on the nuts and bolts that attach the spindle to the strut. And our plan for this project is to remove unnecessary material from the nuts and the bolts. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this excess material that's sticking out past the nut, and we're actually even going to take a little bit of material off the nut itself. The nut has a little, like a flat area right in here, kind of cast into it or machined into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind from here back to that parting line, or whatever you want to call it, that's on the nut. That's going to be our point where we're going to stop. This is going to be one of those projects where obviously it won't be a lot of weight removed, but this will help us work towards our goal of getting 10 pounds off the front of the car. Let's make some sparks. Now you could do this job with just the angle grinder with the cutoff wheel, and then you could just dress this with a flat file. If that's all you had, you don't need the angle grinder with the disc on it like I have. It doesn't take much. If you get a good cut with your blade, the fiber blade, then it just takes a quick cleanup, like I said, with like a file, and you're ready to go. On the right is the before. On the left is the after. You can see how much material has been removed. Thread engagement on the nut looks really good, so I think we're going to be just fine. And I'll add a little Loctite on the threads when I put it back together for good measure. This project is done. The nuts and bolts are reinstalled. The car is ready to go back together. When we started this project, all 4 nuts and bolts had a combined weight of 1.49 pounds. Now that they've been modified, they have a combined weight of 1.275 pounds, which is an improvement of 0.215 pounds. It's a small gain, but when you add up all the other small gains that we're going to have, it'll show a good improvement towards getting 10 pounds off the front of the car. And this was another one of those projects that didn't cost us a dime. It only costs us our time.
Okay, I'm out here in nature. Bugs are making noise. The neighbor's cutting his grass and he's not going to stop for hours, so we're pushing through. I have no idea just how aggressive some of you guys would want to get cutting off excess bolts, although that does add up. Cutting off half a nut like Mitch, Mitch is a half a nut, by the way, but that's really extreme and it works. Now, there's plenty of ways for you to take weight off the front of the car and the middle, like in the doors and stuff. Personally, I like to leave weight in the back just for better traction. So in the comments, tell us what you've tried, what you'd like to try, just how many holes you would cut in your car if you could get away with it in the real world. And don't forget to check out Uncle Tony's Garage. And while you're at it, check out Rev in Heaven for more cool stuff. We'll see you later.